And welcome back to AdaPulse, the channel that brings you all the news and proposals in and around the Cardano ecosystem. We're back on Fund 7 proposals today, and we're talking about dcSpark's proposal for smart contract upgradability. It's an article by Edwin Kinoti. Now, this is a really important one, and it highlights why we do these videos in the first place. Some projects are really sexy and get funded quite easily. This one is so fundamentally important, not just for Cardano, but for Ergo and any other chain that uses the EUTXO model. And so I'm Josh James from ATM. Let's dig into this. Currently, smart contracts in Cardano have no standard design pattern for upgradability, which is problematic for DAOs and dApps in testing. This proposal seeks to create a standard for upgradability of Cardano smart contracts. The solution? Smart contract upgradability is a key piece of functionality that all serious DeFi apps require. Most smart contracts are immutable by default, meaning that once they have been created, they cannot be altered, effectively acting as an unbreakable contract among participants. However, some situations call for the modification of smart contracts. For instance, one needs to modify smart contracts to add features, fix a bug, or change its rules. The EUTXO model poses unique problems for contract upgradability, which doesn't exist in the account-based model. These issues have not been addressed in the Plutus ecosystem, and therefore new smart contract developers are currently left with no alternative solution. With something as risky as upgrading contracts using well-known design patterns, it is vital to ensure that developers do not make any obvious mistakes that will end up becoming major security issues. To fix a bug in a contract that cannot be upgraded, one would need to deploy a new version of the contract, manually migrate all states from an old contract to the new one, update all contracts that interact with the old contracts to use the new address, and then reach out to all users, persuade them to start using the new deployment. This is quite a tedious exercise. To avoid this, there is a need to build a contract upgrades while preserving their address's state and balance. This proposal has been put forward by dcSpark, who will spend time researching and developing the required design patterns to safely implement dApps smart contract upgrading. A team will produce an example smart contract that show off to implement upgrading, and also surrounding material to explain how the process works and how other developers can go about implementing it within their own dApps. So who's the team? This proposal has been submitted by Robert Kornacki and Nicholas Akreos, who are co-founders, CTO and CEO of dcSpark, a product-based blockchain company focused on building critical products and solutions on top of the most promising crypto projects in the space. The team members are well-known ex-Emergo and ex-IOHK employees who have been building on the Cardano ecosystem for the past several years. dcSpark is one of the most active project developers on Catalyst, having contributed to many other proposals in different categories. The team is also available for changes as well as to answer any user questions. Their experience will play a huge role in the development of this project as they know the challenges faced by Cardano users. The team is requesting funding in the amount of $15,000 and expect that the proposal will be released publicly, open source, on GitHub to anyone to benefit from Q1 2022. There's no further breakdown of the funds on how they will be used either. Final thoughts. DAOs or dApps in testing need to constantly change smart contracts to either add new features or fix issues experienced during the testing phase. Without proper design patterns for upgradability, it would be tedious to manually migrate all states from an old contract to new ones, as well as update all contracts in order to use the new one. This can dissuade developers as well as users from using Cardano blockchain and opting for a platform that supports smart contract availability. The proposal acknowledges that smart contract upgradability is a key piece of functionality required by all serious DeFi dApps. For Cardano to therefore attract DeFi projects, this upgrade will be essential. The project is led by experienced developers who have knowledge on the Cardano ecosystem and have worked with renowned companies affiliated with Cardano. Therefore, users can expect the best from dcSpark. That's it for this episode. The full article can be found on our website and the link will be found below. I'll also include a link to the Ideascale of this project because it is really important, so do get funding that. And you can support our channel by liking this video, sharing, subscribing to our channel, and any comments do leave below. We do want to hear your feedback. And you can further support us by delegating your ADA to either Swag, Zod or ATM. And I'm Josh from ATM Pools, and I'll see you next time.